Alright, grampswizarding here. I'm at Seaworld Orlando. I'm about to dine with the Orcas. Comes with a meal and a little Orca presentation. I'm so excited for it. Come join me. Alright, so we got our table here. We dine with the Orcas. Well, this is our view here. Very nice. Show with the Orcas. We have, you get a salad with this meat, with the dine with the Orcas. You get a salad, an entree. So we ordered the grilled chicken that's gonna come. This is the salad that came first. We're grilled chicken. It's got pineapple teriyaki and roasted potatoes. That looks good. We can't wait for that to come. We'll show you that when that comes. But I want to show you that, and you got some ranch dressing. But I'm gonna wait for the grilled chicken. All right, here's the entree. We got grilled chicken, teriyaki, looks really good. Saffron rice, roasted potatoes, and some country vegetables. Don't tell my granddaughter, but I'm not eating my vegetables this weekend. Excuse me, and we got a roll. Actually, it really looks pretty good. Let's dig into this grilled chicken. Ooh, that's nice and juicy. Good. Dip that in the teriyaki sauce.
Ketchup? Well, yeah, there's ketchup. Oh, here, yeah, they're both.
Wow. That grilled chicken is actually really good. Teriyaki sauce. A little spicy, but tastes delicious. Oh my god, this roasted potato. Really good. Yeah, it's official. Grams approved. I haven't even seen the Orcas come out, but the meal's good. Can't wait for the Orcas. And I heard there's dessert. Awesome.
My name is Sarah. I am one of the trainers here at Orca Stadium. We're so excited to have you here today. If you may have noticed, we have some construction going on right now in our stadium area. So we're really excited about that. We're doing some upgrades to one of their environments. And we're super excited to hopefully share that project with you in the spring. We're hoping that it opens back up around that time. So hopefully you guys can come back and visit us when it's back and our Orca Encounter presentations come back. But in the meantime, we're really excited to have you all back here to kind of get an inside look, a little sneak peek of what we do day to day with our whales behind the scenes. We're not doing those Orca Encounter presentations. So I'll be talking through today's training session for all of you, trying my best to point out any cool photo or video opportunities, any cool things to explain, teach you about the orcas, about how we train them, how we care for them, all that fun stuff. So, like I said, I'll do my best to point things out. If I miss some, I do apologize. I'm also going to give you a splash warning while you're here, everyone up top. When there are whales in the environment, this is a 24/7 splash zone, right? Not only can they choose to splash you on their own free time if they want, but they're also really big, so them jumping, like Milani was just asked to do, they could displace some water outside onto the ground and onto the glass. So we're going to the left-hand side now with Milani with a big jump and fall out. Beautiful. So underwater view, you got a great view of how she propels herself through the water. And how they do that, they can swim up to 30 miles per hour. That's a big whale, right? She just jumped a lot of whale out of that water. And that's because she has a really powerful muscle between her dorsal fin and her tail flukes, and it's called the peduncle. And that's how they power themselves up and down. They pump that peduncle and are able to fly out of the water like that. Now that's one of actually the ways that killer whales will communicate with other animals around them, other whales in their groups or other groups, is by these big jumping behaviors. I think we may have asked Katina for one of them, so let's see, she's coming, I see her, coming from our other area. Oh, it's a fast swim, just kidding. So she's now showcasing how fast killer whales can swim. So, splash warning once again. That's a big lady and she's moving. She was moving and grooving. Nice job, Christina. Now, you may not know this because of how fast she moves and how incredibly athletic she is, but Christina's actually our oldest whale here. She's turning 48 this year. Very impressive. We have a center behavior coming right now. Alice Malia, our 16-year-old female, and then Milani, the one who jumped over here before, and I think is going to ask for another jump over there perhaps. Yep, there she is. Right on cue. Miss Milani, our 17-year-old. So that encompasses our 3 female killer whales of our 5 whale pod here. We also have 2 males in another area, Trula and Makayo, who are 18 and 13. Very exciting. So you see a lot of these jumps. Yeah, it's really cool for you guys to see these jumps and these fast swims, and it's fun for us to showcase these behaviors to you guys, but it's also important for us to ask the whales for these behaviors as kind of like an exercise, right? You go to the gym, you play sports, you do these things to make sure that your heart stays healthy, and you maintain that physical well-being. It's the same thing with the whales. They're big, they're athletic, they're strong. We got to make sure that they're staying healthy and stimulated physically. So we want to make sure we get that blood pumping, that heart moving, right? With these big jumps, those fast swims, things like that. So it looks like it's a pretty exercise-focused session. Every session is going to be different with the whales. They all look different. The whales will require different things throughout the course of the day, and it could change any minute, right? We can make a plan. The whales can change it for us. We're always on whale time here, so everything we do is voluntary with them. We ask them to do these things, so they can absolutely say no if they don't want to. And Alani was asked for another one of those big jumping bow behaviors, but this time she was asked to do it a little bit differently. This time it's going to be forward facing in the center. And she's perfect, right? That was amazing. She's so smart. Nice job. Yeah, give it over to Alani. Of course. The whales actually do find cheering and clapping and things like that reinforcing because they're so used to us getting so excited for them. They definitely feed off of that energy. So if you do something you like, roll on all the time. Now once again, that's a really cool photo opportunity, right? It's really awesome to see the whales split up like that, but it's also really important for their health and well-being to teach them a behavior like that. Because that posture is how we weigh our whales. That's how we make sure that they're staying in their correct weight range and being healthy. So across from the stage, right next to the stage where Nick is, that big metal thing, that's our killer whale size scale. So we just asked them to do that exact thing, but on the scale over there so we can see how much they weigh. And here she comes on the right side again.
Oh.
Once again, couldn't tell that she was turning 48, right? Absolutely. The most athletic whale. Almost. Yeah, this summer she'll be turning 48. Miss Katina. Miss Katina also happens to be our matriarch. So killer whales live in a matriarchal society. The girls are in charge. So no matter how big, no matter how strong, how fast,
a lot of fish.
There's always going to be a female. And that happens to be Miss Katina. She is the leader of the pod. Now killer whales will grow almost twice the size of the females in about that 8,000 to 12,000 pound range. Whereas females are about the 4,000 to 8,000 pound range. So even though, like I said, Trua, for example, is about 8,000 pounds right now. He's our biggest killer whale. He is definitely not the most dominant. You have 3 females ahead of him, and then Makayo, being the matriarch's son, also has dominance over Trua. So even though he's the biggest, he is the most subdominant animal we have, which is pretty fascinating. Oh, I'd like to point out something pretty cool that's happening on the stage right now, actually, with Milani. And one of our trainers over there, she's got, you may be able to see what she's doing. Emily has to say hello. You may be able to see what she's doing across the way. She's actually flushing Milani's teeth. So remember I said the weight behavior is a really important husbandry or healthier behavior that they participate in. This is another one that we do every single day, twice a day, with them, is flushing their teeth. So it's kind of like a killer whale-sized water pick, essentially, filled with an animal-safe chlorhexidine solution that we're able to flush their teeth out and make sure all the gap is gone. So a large leading case of killer whale deaths out in the wild, unfortunately, is tooth infection. So we want to stay on top of that. We believe in proactive or preemptive healthcare.
Oh.
I didn't know that was, I'm sorry. So we believe in proactive healthcare, so we want to make sure that our killer whales are staying as healthy as possible, and this is one of the things that we do to ensure that. It's pretty cool. Now that was absolutely amazing from Malia. So we train using positive reinforcement. And what does that mean? That means that Nick just asked her to do that behavior. She was fantastic, right? She was absolutely amazing. That was awesome. So I don't know if you guys heard. If you didn't, it's okay. But Nick blew the whistle around his neck. We've trained the killer whales to understand that that means yes. It means exactly what I was asking for. Now you can go ahead and come back to me for something you really like. So thank you for doing that. So let's see. Malia's been asked for another behavior right in front of Nick. So let's see if she's got it. And then listen for that whistle from Nick. Oh. Beautiful, Malia. What a superstar. Now you heard Nick blow that whistle, so that means Malia perfect. Exactly what I was looking for. Now when she comes back up today, Nick's got something good for her, right? He's got some fishies for her. Now it's not always fish. Sometimes it's ice, sometimes it's back rubs. I think we got a jump coming on the right where Haley just tapped.
Whoa!
Sometimes it's tactile. They're very tactile animals. They enjoy touch quite a bit. They have sensitive skin, so they enjoy rubbing, rub downs we call them, massages, water massages, things like that. They have toys as well that they play with. So a lot of things that we can say thank you to them for participating with us. Splash warning. Now with that positive reinforcement, remember I said earlier that sometimes the whales say no, and that's okay. But when the whales say no, we just take a little pause. Basically what we do is we take a little bit of a pause and we'll either try again, maybe they got confused, right? Or we'll move on to something new. Maybe they just don't really feel like doing it right now, and that's okay. Oh, everybody listen up. What a beautiful song. Voice of an angel. Except for the fact that she doesn't have vocal cords, so I guess not really the voice of an angel, but the blowhole noises of an angel. Although I just showed my hand, I was going to ask you guys if you knew where those sounds came from, but I think it's the way. So even though sometimes their mouths are open when they make those vocalizations, they don't have vocal cords, so they don't have any noise.
You're gonna tell.
So those blowholes are really important because they have those really large repertoire of vocalizations they make. Remember I said that they communicate through body language. They also communicate through vocalizing to each other. But it's also important because it's how they breathe air. So they're mammals. Mammals breathe air, right? So even though they live in the water, they come up and they breathe the air around them. They can hold their breath for about up to 15 minutes if they need to. But yeah, they're really important. So that blowhole is a one-way ticket to their lungs, right? And the mouth is a passageway directly to their stomach, different from us. We breathe and we eat from our mouth. So we need a gag reflex. They don't. So you'll see a lot of times these large handfuls we give them, they swallow in one bite. We got a center behavior coming from Miss Nalani to say thank you guys so much for joining us. And here she is. Below. We have a lot of other sessions throughout the day, and like I said, they're all going to look different, so I highly encourage you to come back and see us for another one of our sessions. But even if you do, even if you don't, we really thank you for being here, and we hope you have an amazing rest of your day here at Seaworld. Bye, everyone! Bye! Woo!
All right, so we just got out of Dine with the Orcas. What a great experience. I highly recommend it. You got a great meal, you got a little presentation, trainer talk. It was awesome. Customer service was so good, the food was good. Our server hostess, Fabi, 2 thumbs up. You were great. Thanks for the Orca cups. We love them. Again, Dine with the Orcas at SeaWorld was such a great show. Good meal. Gramps approved.